Hey guys, how's it going? Okay, so I guess you would like to see my custom mini griptilians, if you're interested at all. Um, Here they are. So I've got two blade styles. I've got the 555, the 555, and I do have the 556. There they are. Now you can tell they are custom mini griptilians. I did customize these using Benchmade's Customize a Knife program. That's how I was able to choose the bright green handles, and choose my blade steel here. Not really going to be a review on these blades because they have been reviewed to death, but I just want to kind of more talk about them. They're really deserving of the high points on their EDC carry, list that people make for themselves and for the knife community and stuff. They're great. We're coming in at I believe it's 2.5 ounces for these blades. Blade length of 2.91 inches. We've got an overall length of just under 7 at 6.78, and a closed length of 3.87 inches. So these are small pocket knives, and they excel at everyday carry. I mean, that's really what these are designed for. I got two blade shapes. So the 555 is a sheep's foot, as you can tell. It's kind of like it drops down into that little, but it's got an elongated tip to it, which is nice, and it's reinforced too. There's a little bit of steel on that tip, as you can see. It's kind of a bit thicker there. Hollow grind on this one. Great little slicing knife. Actually, I really do like this blade shape a lot. It just great for all these kind of motions and stuff. 556 got sort of a draw point going on here with a flat ground blade. You can see it starts halfway there, heads down. Yeah, really nice blades. Obviously, talk about the griptilian. You talk about the points of friction here. You'll never have a hard time locking your hand into these blades. You will see though that on the 555, which is this one here, it does have a bit more real estate on the spine jimping. As you can see, there's a bit more, of a spot to put your thumb and rest it than there is on the 556. So, a little plus for this model here. I've been using these knives for almost like an entire year now. They've knocked my Cold Steel Voyager out of its #1 place as my favorite everyday carry. I just can't get enough of these blades at all. A lot of it has to do with the axis lock, obviously. You're looking at one of the strongest, if not the strongest, lockup on the market. I know Cold Steel's Triad lock is pretty renowned for being the strongest, though. But just the ease of use and the smoothness and the effortless opening and closing of this knife. Also, the fact that it can be ambidextrous. You can open and close it left-handed, even for people that aren't left-handed, like myself. Just a great design, designed properly. These are customs, so they're not the standard 154 CMs, CM steel blades. I went with N680. Now, a lot of you guys are probably wondering, why did you go with N680 when you could have gone at least S30V? Well, in my line of work, I just need steels that I know are going to work for salty environments. I mean, I've seen it happen before with blades, and that includes a paramilitary too. Yeah, it includes a paramilitary too, with a CPM S30V blade. I was opening up bags of ice melt with it, and getting it wet, and then putting it back in my pocket, damp, and just the ice on the blade, or sorry, not the ice, the salt on the blade from the ice melt bags, combined with the moisture. It was a satin finished model, though. I will say that. It just didn't. It just started to oxidize. It didn't rust fully, but it did start to oxidize in the pocket, and that's something I didn't want happening, especially to an expensive blade like that. So it does happen. It doesn't matter what steel you got, but there's two types of steels that I know for a fact that don't rust, and that's this N680, which is found on their Triage, and their H2O griptilian as well, and it's a Spyderco H1 salt steel. Those steels do not rust, and I have absolute proof of this. And it's happened with other blades too. My Sog Aegis, it's just a humble AUS 8 blade, and it just stood no chance. It was also satin finish blade. But, you know, other than the blade steels, I'm just going to talk about what makes them so great. They probably carry, they carry in the pocket. They're probably one of the best pocket carries I've had. They're nice and slim, which, you know, that's a good profile for your pocket right there. The blade is, or sorry, the pocket clip is deep enough. It's nothing like a SOG clip or nothing like that, but it is deep enough, and they hold very steady in the pocket. There is a really a good amount of retention on that pocket clip too, so they're not going to bounce out. They deploy fast, you know, and they close fast. But they're only manual action, but they are smooth as anything. Smooth as anything. You know, Benchmade is known for quality, and that's why I spent $400 on these two custom knives. And yeah, that is a lot of money. They are very expensive blades. I mean, that's a whole Chris Reeve Sebenza right there almost. So, I mean, but you know, I justify the purchase because I'm a diehard fan of Benchmade now. I've never looked back on my purchase, and a lot of it has to do again with the axis lock. If you've never tried an axis lock, you know, you have to try this, especially if you enjoy knives. You'll never be the same once you try it, but you know, it is what it is. I mean, they are deserving of the spot. If there was a list out there of the top blades, I mean, they would at least be 1, 2, or 3. I mean, they are well deserving. Now, there's obviously, you can see there's two different opening methods. We got thumb studs on this guy here. We got a kind of Spyderco-esque opening hole here, and they are some of the best EDC blades. I use it every day to cut stuff like rope, trimmer twine, tarping material, even sod. We had a sod job earlier this year. I don't recommend that though, because you get grit inside your blade. It's just harder to clean. But they don't seem to be having any problems. There's no rust on these blades either, which is what I expected. You know, they are great. We cut stuff like, I have to cut, when I change a trimmer's starter cord, I have to cut that to length, and hose piping material and irrigation piping and stuff when I do irrigation jobs, and this knife goes through all of that. And you know, it's held up absolutely brilliantly. Even the black coating of this knife has just really held up well for what it's been through. There's a bit of a scuff here, a little bit there, a little bit there, but I really like the worn look anyway, so it's not a huge problem to me. Even the pocket clip is just wearing so nicely, and I do carry the 5.56 more than I do the 5.55. Just my preference, I guess. I was experimenting with colors. There's this kind of a weird color combo to it, sort of a banana kiwi thing going on. It's kind of weird, but it still, you know, doesn't affect the function of the knife or anything like that. But guys, I really recommend these for an everyday carry. If you do your research, obviously you've seen a mini griptilian review if you're watching this, I'm guessing, so you know what they're about. It was more just to show you the color and, you know, my custom mini grips and what I use them for. I think that everyone should have at least one, save up, and buy one for your collection. They're really a great little pocket knife. And, you know, Benchmade offers our Life Sharp service as well. Your blade gets dull and you're not comfortable sharpening it. That's awesome. Send it into them, and you know, they do it for free, and that's a really nice service to offer. And they've even said, like, if you buy a knife for $200, there's no reason why it shouldn't last your entire life. That's a great philosophy to have. Keep your customers happy. So I'm really happy with Benchmade's customer service. And yeah, I'm definitely going to be collecting a couple more Benchmades, but you know, my knife collecting days are starting to come to an end. I got to start using my knives more and stop buying. So just a quick look at my mini griptilians, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I really do enjoy these knives a lot, and they are now my reference EDC. Hands down, they are the best everyday carry I've ever owned. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you next time. Take care.